Is it possible for one hug to warm the world, yet a few hours later leave behind an invisible wound? How could a sweet moment between Taehyung and Jungkook turn into a painful question that remains unanswered? And more shockingly, why did Jungkook walk away without looking back, leaving Taehyung in tears at the very same place? This mystery has gripped ARMY's hearts ever since the night following the viral video on the plane that showed the extraordinary closeness between Taehyung and Jungkook. That moment, when Taehyung sat on Jungkook's lap while dealing with a nosebleed and Jungkook comforted him with an embrace, was initially welcomed as a symbol of an unbreakable bond between two friends, or perhaps something more. But what happened just hours later left the ARMY world divided, stunned, and wondering if it had all been an illusion. A second video surfaced around 11:10 p.m. Korea Standard Time, showing something very different from the sweet moment in the plane cabin. In the footage, taken in a hallway of a five-star hotel in Los Angeles, where BTS was staying during their fashion trip, Taehyung is seen standing alone, head bowed, covering his face with his hand. A staff member approaches him offering a bottle of water, but Taehyung gently refuses, as if trying to hide his emotions. What made this video a subject of fierce debate wasn't just Taehyung's sad expression, but also the figure of Jungkook walking away in the background. His posture was upright, his pace quick, but not once did he turn around. No interaction, no greeting, none of the warmth seen earlier. And this is what sparked collective unease. What happened between them after that loving moment on the plane? ARMY, previously immersed in the sweetness of the taekook interaction, were now torn between confusion, concern, and disappointment. Some even labeled the moment as the biggest collective heartbreak of the year. The X account at Jungkook, who had previously shared the screenshot of the hug on the plane, now wrote, "I don't know what to believe anymore. An hour ago, they looked like they were each other's entire world. Now, Taehyung is crying and Jungkook walked away without looking back. My heart is shattered." Another comment from Etch Forever was even more emotional. "If this isn't love breaking apart, I don't know what is." But there's another side to this narrative. Some netizens began building theories about the possible reason behind the sudden shift in mood. One of the most widely discussed is the speculation that a serious argument occurred between Jungkook and Taehyung after arriving at the hotel. Although there's no concrete evidence about the content of their conversation, an anonymous source claiming to be hotel security staff reported hearing raised voices coming from the room known to be used by the two BTS members. The same source also said Jungkook left first with a serious expression, while Taehyung was seen a few minutes later, silent, contemplative, and clearly holding back emotion. Does this point to a fight? A misunderstanding? Or is there something deeper happening between them? Many fans are connecting this emotional shift to industry pressure, including speculation that the company forbids overly close interaction between members, especially if it sparks rumors. This adds a new dimension to the mystery. Are they being separated by unseen rules? Attention has also turned to Jungkook, an artist known for his care, gentleness, and empathy. Why did he choose not to look back? Was he angry? Or was he deliberately keeping his distance to protect Taehyung, or even himself, from something bigger? This event revealed hidden wounds often ignored by the public, the emotional burden and psychological pressure experienced by K-pop idols. They don't just perform on camera, but must also maintain an image, hide pain, and pretend to be okay even when their hearts are breaking. In this case, what we see might be only Taehyung's tears and Jungkook's retreating back, but what we can't see might be far more complex. So far, Big Hit Music has released no official statement. Neither of them has posted anything on Weverse or their personal Instagram accounts since the incident. This silence only prolongs speculation and deepens public concern. Many fans hope for clarification, or at least a sign that the two are okay. However, not everyone is viewing it negatively. Some see this moment as an honest portrait of a complex emotional relationship where affection, conflict, misunderstanding, and mixed feelings can all exist at once. As written by fanbase account at taekook, if you've ever loved someone, you know not every hug ends in happiness. Sometimes love hurts too. That sentence speaks for millions of ARMY who can now only wait, wonder, and hope. Will that warm moment be followed by healing, Or will it push apart two hearts that once held each other tightly in the middle of a plain cabin? One question keeps echoing in everyone's mind. Why did Taehyung cry, and why did Jungkook choose to walk away without looking back? Is this a sign that something behind the scenes is broken? Or is it just a small storm in a bond that runs deeper than we could ever see? Time will tell. But for now, the world can only watch, holding its breath with anxious hearts. After thousands of emotional comments, hundreds of conspiracy theories, and millions of replays of the two viral videos that shook the ARMY world, the truth finally begins to surface. Amid the wave of frenzy that dragged the big names of Taehyung and Jungkook into a narrative of separation, conflict, and even possible internal tension, several facts and clarifications are now emerging one by one. And now is the time to draw a clear line between reality and assumption. The news about Taehyung crying and Jungkook walking away without looking back turns out to be not entirely true. First and foremost, let's clarify one important thing. The viral video showing Taehyung standing alone in the hotel hallway while seemingly wiping his face cannot be confirmed as a moment of crying. Based on video analysis from various angles re-uploaded by fans and CCTV footage from the hotel later released by property management with official permission, it was revealed that Taehyung was experiencing lingering effects from the nosebleed he had earlier on the plane. His hand movement that appeared to wipe away tears was actually him gently dabbing the area beneath his nose with a wet tissue. Furthermore, the hotel staff previously said to be offering him bottled water, clarified to Korean media outlet Dispatch that the interaction was part of standard light health services to guests, and that Taehyung wasn't crying, but merely asked for a moment to rest after feeling slightly dizzy due to air pressure from the long flight. The second point that also strengthens the inaccuracy of the narrative is about Jungkook. The video portraying him walking away without looking back turns out to be a cropped version of a longer clip, in which in the full version, Jungkook did return to Taehyung's direction after speaking with management staff at the end of the hallway. However, that part was not included in the shorter viral clip, and this is where framing and misinformation work. A short snippet can easily lead public opinion far from the actual context, and on top of that, Big Hit Music finally released an official statement on Weverse on August 6, 2025 at 2 p.m. Korea Standard Time, stating, "We are aware of fans' concerns regarding interactions shown in a widely circulated video. We want to emphasize that there were no emotional incidents or conflicts between members. Both artists are physically and emotionally healthy. The moment in question occurred after a long flight and minor fatigue. We appreciate the love and attention from fans, but urge people not to spread narratives that do not align with the facts." This statement serves as a bottom line that comforts millions of ARMYs who were previously overwhelmed by excessive emotion. The fact that there was no argument, conflict, or emotional separation between Taehyung and Jungkook proves that not everything seen can be trusted immediately. However, this incident offers a valuable lesson. Today's digital world moves extremely fast, and narratives can spiral wildly just from one 30-second video. The immense love and emotional attachment fans have for their idols can easily turn into mass panic if not accompanied by verification and information awareness. In this case, the sincerity of ARMYs toward taekook became a double-edged sword when emotion preceded fact. It's also worth remembering that Taehyung and Jungkook are regular human beings. They can feel tired, need personal space, and experience fluctuating health conditions without everything having to be interpreted as a sign of inner drama. Their relationship doesn't always need to be viewed in extremes, and in reality, moments like sitting on a lap or walking away often reflect simple daily occurrences, not major conflicts worthy of being turned into conspiracy theories. With all these clarifications, it's clear that the narrative, Taehyung cried, Jungkook left without looking back, does not reflect the truth. The emotions perceived in the video are free interpretations, not objective reality. And as fans, instead of amplifying baseless drama, we should be more thoughtful and support our idols in a healthy way, including not forcing sensational scenarios just to satisfy our emotional expectations. This moment should be a reflection, not only of how we love Taehyung and Jungkook, but also of how we understand that wise love comes with caution in spreading information. Because behind every smile they show, there are unseen pressures. And if we truly care, then we will protect them. Not just from the media, but also from our own expectations. Now, Taehyung and Jungkook have returned to their schedules as usual. In fact, in a recent Instagram story posted by Taehyung, they are seen enjoying morning coffee together with their team staff on the hotel rooftop. Jungkook is even seen playing guitar, and Taehyung laughing as he secretly records him.